Boobs. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh. It's like a tranny chaser's wet dream. Hi, ladies and lady boys. It's Pollo Del Mar in San Francisco, and I'm going to show you how, with just a few brush strokes, a little bit of contouring, and some cheap makeup sponges, you can turn a boy chest or your underwhelming girl chest into a va-va-voom breasts. All right, we're back. And now I'm just going to use the basics are the same contour colors and foundations that I use on my face. If you're a man trying to do this to look like a woman, if you're trying to take a male chest and create it into a female chest, you're going to go a little more heavy-handed, for example, than you would if you were a woman who already has pre-existing breasts. If you already have boobs, we can just do a few strokes to accentuate these things, and that will, of course, enhance what you already have. But for guys like me, we don't have anything. I don't want to show you any nipples. We don't have anything, so we're going to give the illusion that we do. So first I'm going to start with, this is my light foundation color. This is a 2W from Krylon. It's a TV pan stick, and I just have a brush. I'm going to put a little of this on it, and then I'm going to come into the center area, basically where directly underneath. So I'm just going to come up with a nice stripe of color here. You don't want it to be too light. And one time in the past I did this so light it looked like I had dripped milk down my chest, and it took me a long time to live that one down. So we're going to come up. We're going to make something like a, not exactly a V, but this is going to trace along the top of where the top of the breast mound would be, basically. I don't know what the technical terms for these things are. As a gay guy, I'm not exactly the best person to be talking about boobs, but other than telling you how to create them. See how we've created this? This is a little bit of a V. This is going to start defining the breast area. If I push my chest together like this, you already have the beginnings, and this is the area that'll be in between the breasts. So, and now I'm going to take another brush, and I'm going to use a darker foundation color. This is my darkest contour color. Sometimes this can be a little bit heavy-handed, and ladies, just watch this before you go into it, because I'll give you some explanations as well. So this is primarily right now for drag performers. Just follow along though. So you can see I'm going to come down low and come along this creamy color. Really, when it comes to drag makeup, it's all about, the contour is really the same as if you were painting anything. Darker colors give depth, lighter colors make things look closer to you. So we've done that on this side. Now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Try to make them look fairly symmetrical. Depending on how low, drag queens, how low your bra is going to go or what you're going to expose, you may want to actually go under. See, oh dear. Actually go under go under the actual breast. So, okay, so you can see that these are not particularly even up here. I'm okay with that. We can take care of that in a minute. But I'm going to take this sponge, just a cheap sponge, and I'm going to come along this dark area and pat it, sponge it down, because basically we're going to try to blend the dark from the line where it meets the creamy color, the lighter foundation. We're going to blend that over into our natural skin. If you pat it out a little bit, you can actually almost just blend it right out. It'll go from a dark line to much lighter. Now, we're going to repeat the same thing over here. Because I'm left-handed, it's a little more difficult for me over here because I'm using my right hand. can't quite get that same patting motion. Might be the opposite for a lot of you because you're probably left or right-handed. I encourage you to come right along the edge of this because the dark line doesn't look bad from far away, but there will be a great deal of chances that people are going to be really close to you. All right. So buff that out nice and smooth as best you can. And I'm going to come along with the opposite side and come along the creamy part just to flatten that out a little bit too. Now you can already start to see it's going to be boobies. It's coming over with a simple Coty translucent powder. This is what we use on our face extensively. This will set all of this. I will tell you, depending on how much flesh you have to push up, now you can see that I have quite a bit. So when I put on a bra, it'll push all this together. If you are very thin and you're going to put on a bra that really isn't going to push anything in, like a small cup and whatever, make this line here much narrower, okay? Otherwise you're going to look like you have boobs like deer's eyes. They're going to be on the side of your head. So we don't want that. So, you know, if you're very thin or slender, make the line much closer. I've even seen girls who make it touch, and depending on whatever works best for you, try it a few times, put on your bra, see how it looks. You know, don't do this and just run out of the house. So, biological ladies out there, this is the part where you're going to want to pay attention. This is a trick. Since I've already got this, you know, these are already on here formed, this is basically now the equivalent of if you had actual breasts, because the same things I'm going to be showing you to enhance this would be what you would do. First of all, if you already have boobs, you can take any kind of light shimmer product. For example, this is just a cream shimmer from Krylon eyeshadow. You could take this and between the edges of your boobs, or you know, in in the valley between your breasts, quick little line there. Then you'll come up and highlight the top of the mound of the boob, right? Then you might even come over and accentuate this part in here. And then with a slightly darker color, such as this, which is nut brown, true match from L'Oreal. You don't have to always use expensive stuff. Come in here. And then, ladies, you'll come along the edge of your actual breast mounds. Is that even a word? Breast mounds? So awkward. Remember, if you apply a little bit in the base area, and a little bit along the edge, it'll give it a darkness that when you've got your push-up bra on will make it look more recessed back farther. In other words, it'll make this part pop. And if you have a little bit of that sparkly, creamy foundation that we talked about along the top, that's going to look like it's perked right up. Before you know it, your boobs are going to just like, boom, be right there. So, to see how this looks in its entirety, I'll be back shortly in full drag with bra on to let you see what it looks like. All right? And here we are, everybody, with the final product. As you can see, the lines that I created using the contouring match up with where the bra would end, and through the pushing up of my own flesh, along with the contouring and a flattering outfit, boom, boobs. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's like a tranny chaser's wet dream. And biological women, remember, you can add at least a cup size with just a little bit of contouring. So, highlight, darken, highlight the center, darken, highlight again, boom, you've got boobs. My name is Pollo Del Mar. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and of course Instagram. I'm going to put all that information on the bottom of this, and obviously, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to keep in contact with you guys. Until next time, remember, makeup's supposed to be fun, so if it's not, you might be doing something wrong. Keep playing with it until it is. I'm Pollo Del Mar. I'll talk to you soon.